Hello, parents. Welcome to Back to School Night, digital version. This is Algebra 3, so let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Welcome to Algebra 3. So the point of this class is kind of to help build some of those algebra skills that maybe we struggled with through Algebra 2, and maybe we're not just quite ready for college algebra yet. So my goal is to help everybody in my class to get ready for college algebra so that they can be successful either next year or probably next year, maybe in the summer or whatever. So a little bit about me. So there's my wonderful family. I've got a wife and two kids. Both of them go to Child of God. You can notice that my daughter was here at the engineering lab and made that cardboard creation. I was pretty excited and proud of that. She's 6 3/4. And then over there, you can see my son. He is officially now 3. He turned 3 in December. And he is, in spite of his face, he is loving the snow in winter and the start of this year. And then, of course, both my kids do go to Child of God. So if we've got any alumni out there, hopefully they turned out okay. We'll see. So far, I love Child of God, but both my kids go there. And then my wife there is a nurse at SSM. And when I'm not playing dad or teaching here, I am a member of the Missouri National Guard. So I am a chemical officer there. So we deal with chemical threats, things like anthrax, VX, sarin gas, that kind of stuff. We'll clean things up. You can see me here. This is actually coming home from a deployment. We were deployed to the southern border just to help out with Border Patrol a couple years back. The National Guard does regular rotations with that. And so they were all very happy, and I was very happy to be home. So Algebra 3, what's it about? What are we doing here? So again, so syllabus is in Canvas. I do try to keep Power School grades loaded up at minimum weekly. But just so you all know, grades are generally based on completion. So if you don't see an A in Power School for Algebra 3, then that probably indicates that we're not turning stuff in, we're not using our time effectively. I am not trying to load these kids up with homework. Most of these kids are juniors or seniors. They are getting ready for college. They've got other priorities in their life right now. I am here to give them an opportunity to practice math, build those skills. I am not here to take up all of their time. I really think that an hour and a half per day of math work is pretty good, to be completely honest. So just help me keep an eye on that. I'll obviously do my best on my side as well. So part of the reason that I do that is that the grades being based on completion is there are a few academic studies that show that with the grades looming over their head, kids stay in a mental state of performative, meaning that they're not open enough about learning as they are as like playing a video game. That's kind of where this research started. Is like you can see kids master a really complicated video game in no time at all, but then struggle to get through a non-complicated math problem or something like that. And so this was one of the things that a lot of the research has shown, that kids do better if they're not focused on the grade. So I've tried to take that grade away while still holding the kids accountable, and we can still build some of those math practices. So we are doing a new thing this year. I'm the engineering teacher as well, and we utilize Project Lead the Way. That's their engineering curriculum. It's all on problem-based learning and things like that. So they released a math version of that, and so I'm utilizing that curriculum here in this class as well. So this class is going to be like half and half. It's going to be half projects. That's kind of where we've started. And the goal of those projects is to really put math into a context. So most of these kids are not particularly excited about going to engineering school, or just math is not their thing. And a most frequent question is, why do I need to know this? What's the point? And so these project-based learning, A, it gets them out of like kind of your standard lecture, but B, it starts to put things into context and shows multiple facets of real life applications. In that process as well, these kids are going to be developing teamwork, so I'm going to put them in groups. Communication skills, they'll have to talk to each other, and a wide variety of other like job-focused skills that are good for every profession in the world, whether they go into a STEM field or not. So the goal of this course is to not only get them ready for college algebra, but also start building some of the professional skills that they're going to need in quote-unquote real life. So there are going to be tests and quizzes as well. So the other half of the class is going to be a standard lecture type math class. We're going to do problems, we're going to do examples, we're going to practice, and we are going to take tests and quizzes. The reason behind that is that, again, most jobs out there that are not in math, but most jobs out there, they do require some kind of certification, in which case you have to take a high stakes test. Whether that's the ACT to get into college classes, or TradesWorks to get the right certifications. Most professions out there, you need to be able to take a test. Do I think tests are a good indication of math content mastery? Not really. Do I think that it's really important for their success to be able to take a test? Yes. And that is why I will spend time taking tests. It's a skill, we need to practice it. So again, grades are posted in Canvas and PowerSchool. If you start to see zeros pop up, just start kind of checking in with your kid, making sure that they're getting stuff turned in. And if they're falling behind, have them reach out to me. You can reach out to me as well. So my email is on the screen. Notice that it is jlynn@lhssc.org, not just your standard Lynn. So my dad got the first email when he worked here, so I'm stuck with the jlynn. There's my phone number there, just in case of emergencies. I can't imagine many emergencies that might happen. But if you notice a problem at home, or you're noticing some grade drops that you're not getting a good explanation for, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will do my best to help solve that problem. I'll work with the student, and we will figure something out. I am not here to tank anyone's GPA. And I'm not here to give an excessive amount of homework, things like that. I am just here to build math competency so that they can be successful, both in college and just in life in general. So, other than that, I'm looking forward to a really great semester, and I'm excited to get to know your students if I don't already know them.